Hi there, it's Sonia with Team Transformation. I want to bring you this video today because I think it's really important for us to talk about things that are being talked about in our industry of network marketing, of course. There are certain things that you just want to make sure that you know about. And we all know that things are changing so fast, technology changes, it seems like every day, but there are things that you want to make sure that you are aware of and that you know of. And then when new things come about, you want to make sure that you're in the right place to hear about them so that you can utilize these things in your business. So there's basically five things that I wanted to just highlight today as we talk through some of these things. And I'll tell you, I thought it was important because I can remember many years ago when I got involved in my very first network marketing opportunity. And I remember I was really excited about it. And about a month and a half in, I decided that I should go to the convention because that's what I was being told to do. And I didn't quite know why at that time, but I thought, okay, I'm going to do this because I've made a commitment and I really want to be a part of this business. And I did it for a reason and I want to have success, right? So I went to the convention. I flew across country to go to this convention, and I was by myself. And I can remember one afternoon having lunch, and I was sitting at a table, and there were four other network marketers there. Of course, I didn't know them at that time. And, we all introduced ourselves, and they all knew each other. And so the conversation, started, and I was just listening more than anything else. And I can remember them having a conversation about things that I just didn't know anything about. I didn't know acronyms. I didn't know the names of these things. I was just really getting familiar with my products and trying to learn a presentation. And I can remember sitting there at that table feeling like, oh my gosh, this is just great. First of all, I'm by myself, so I didn't know anybody else there. And then secondly, I can't even add to this conversation, right? I didn't feel like I had anything valuable to add. And so I sat there trying to take it all in, and I just remember kind of feeling like a deer in headlights. So I don't know if you've ever felt like that or ever been in a situation like that, but it didn't feel right. And so I said, you know what, if I'm going to pick up some of these things, I'm just going to let them know. So I said, hey, hate to ask, but I'm relatively new. I've been in the business for about, a month and a half. Could you kind of fill me in? And I'll tell you, the conversation from that point on just turned into a learning experience for me. And I found myself writing things down. They told me things about the products and things about the company and things about, what to expect, all kinds of things that I never would have gotten if I hadn't kind of raised my hand to say, hey, can you, tell me some things. So it ended up being a really good experience. But at first, really, like I said, it was just very unnerving. And so from that point on, I have vowed over the years to make sure that I stayed connected. And so I have learned as I've gone through, other network marketing companies that it is really vital to your business that you are aware and that you're present so that you can hear about things that are happening within our industry. Because if you don't know what's going on, then you don't know what you don't know. And so you don't know what you're missing, and you're probably missing things that are very vital that could really help expand your business, right? So that's why I decided to do this video. I want to talk about five things that network marketers are talking about. And the first thing that I want to bring up is generating leads. Generating leads is so important because without leads in your business, you really don't have a business. You need to be able to find people. People need to hear about what you have to offer. They need to know about your opportunity. They need to know about your products and your services. And so generating leads is one of the major things that network marketers are talking about. because it's important. Most network marketers who are in the network marketing industry to truly make money, not in it for a hobby, just to talk to, a few people that they might know about generating leads. That's what it's about. That's the name of the game, is generating leads. And we generate leads by doing things like having capture pages, by, marketing online. And there are ways to nurture our list that comes from our capture pages. There are ways to actually determine the cost of generating a lead. And so that's one thing that is absolutely just vital to your business. The second one is attending events. And I think you can probably tell by the story that I told you earlier, one of the reasons why attending events is so important. It too is vital to your business because it gives you the opportunity to network and to meet new people. And when you meet new people and you're having conversations and you're talking, well, this is a great opportunity then for you to learn about new things, learn about new processes, new systems, new tools, that, anything that might come up in a conversation, because you're there at this event and it's all revolving around your company and your business. And so obviously that's where, most conversations are going to be had, is about your company and your business. And not only that, I think another big thing about attending events is that events allow you to really lift your spirit and get motivated, because you're surrounded by people that are excited about their business just like you are. And you're surrounded by people who are new in the business and people who have been doing this business for a long, long time. And it's a fantastic opportunity for you to learn and be surrounded by like-minded people, and hear success stories, and so just basically to keep you plugged in, right? Keep you plugged in. That is so, so important. The third thing that network marketers are talking about is friends and family. Friends and family. Oh my goodness. I'm sure that you hear it all the time. Again, I mentioned earlier, people that are in this network marketing industry who are serious about what they're doing don't necessarily rely on friends and family. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with approaching friends and family. There's nothing wrong with making that handwritten list of everybody that you know, because yes, you can make sales that way. And I know people who have risen to the top of their company by doing it that way. But friends and family typically really don't sustain your business, because eventually you're going to run out of friends and family, right? And so, it's very difficult to get friends and family to become a customer that you'll be able to sustain, right? They typically, believe it or not, little secret maybe, but friends and family typically are not necessarily interested in your business. They're not necessarily interested in your products, and sometimes they don't want to hear about it. And so that's why marketing your business online is such a fantastic opportunity, because now the world becomes open. Now you have the opportunity to talk to the world and not just have those difficult conversations about your business with your friends and family. Okay, so that is definitely something that network marketers talk about all the time, because as people enter our businesses, we want to let them know that once they go beyond that friends and family list, beyond, tapping on friends and family shoulder, that there is light at the end of that list. There is another way to do this at the end of that list, right? And I think a fourth thing that we network marketers talk about a lot is rejection, disappointment and rejection, right? Because the bottom line is this: everybody is not going to buy from you. Everybody's not going to want your products and your services as much as we may think that they should, or wish that they would. It's just not going to happen, because everybody doesn't need our products. Everybody doesn't need what we have to offer, right? And so being able to handle disappointment is huge. And I always say, you handle disappointment with a smile, because again, I just said the world is out there. So where one person says no, the next person will say yes. And that's what we celebrate, right? Those people that say yes, right? So when your prospects reject you, It's okay. It is absolutely all right. We don't need to force the issue with them. We just need to say, okay, it's all right. Let it go and move on. But there's a lot of different ways to do that. There are ways to kind of, play with your psyche to make sure that you're okay with it. But I think just grasping that, knowing that it's okay because that's what's going to happen. Everybody doesn't want our stuff. And so we accept it and we move on, right? Um, the fifth thing, and the biggest thing on this list that people who are in this business are talking about is autoresponders. Autoresponders are huge. And I don't know whether you're using an autoresponder or not. If you are marketing online, you probably are using an autoresponder or have at least heard of an autoresponder. But if you're not marketing online, then we need to get you there so that you are marketing online. And autoresponder is huge. What is an autoresponder? Basically, an autoresponder is a tool that automatically sends emails to your subscriber list, basically. So you can pre-write your emails so that your subscriber list will receive a series of emails, as many as you want, and you can set those emails to go out at a certain time, and you can say whatever you want to in those emails. The point is this: eventually, our goal is to have as big of an email list as possible and as targeted an email list as possible. And those are things that we learn how to do. We learn how to go after the right people. We learn how to market to people who are raising their hands saying, I want what you have. And so when we have this huge list of people, there's no way that we can physically speak to everyone. There's no way we can physically send an email out one by one. And so autoresponders, thank goodness for technology, right? Autoresponders take care of all of that follow-up for us and all of that initiation. It keeps us persistent and it keeps us consistent so that we're always communicating with the people that we have on our list. It generally takes someone seeing your name, your information, your products, your services, your emails 7 to 8 times before they will actually consider taking out their wallet, pulling out that credit card, and purchasing. So that autoresponder allows us to stay in constant contact with our email list. And if they don't like the emails, all they have to do is click a button and unsubscribe, right? It's really, really simple. So again, we use those autoresponders to kind of drip on our list, to give them little bits and pieces. Sometimes it's just to say, happy Saturday, happy Monday, hope you had a great weekend. Sometimes it's to make sure that we can try to get them into our sales funnel. Sometimes we send them emails to announce events. You can use your autoresponder system for for whatever you can imagine that you would want to use it for. So there's a lot of different autoresponder systems out there. Aweber is one, GetResponse is one, Mailchimp is another one, and that list goes on and on and on. That's really for you to just pick whichever one you think is best for you. I can tell you for a fact that if you use an autoresponder, then your conversions will increase. There's no doubt about it. Your conversions will increase. Again, and I think I pretty much gave you all of the reasons why. So those are the 5 things that network marketers are talking about. They're talking about a lot of other things as well, but those 5 things are things that I want to make sure that you're aware of. And again, my purpose for this video is to let you know that it's so, so important to stay up to date, stay tuned in, find out what's going on, what's new in the industry, what's happening. If you're serious about this business, then you want to be aware of tools and systems and communities that are out there that can help you. So I have one question that I do want to ask you, for those of you who are using an autoresponder and for those of you who are not using an autoresponder yet. And the question is this: do you think that your conversions will increase by using an autoresponder? or do you think that your conversions can increase even more if you use your autoresponder more than you have been using it if you do have one? If I really want to hear your answer to that. If you would comment on this blog, that would be fantastic. I do go back and I love to engage. So I do go back and I read all of my comments because I'm always interested to see again what's going on out there in the world of network marketing. So I hope that you found some value in this video. If you did, you can let me know that in the comments as well. Again, I love to get to know other network marketers like myself. It kind of takes me back to that day at that table at that convention. So I'm going to sign out here, and I will catch you on the next video. Take care.